Just look at that sunrise coming through the trees. Absolutely beautiful this morning. Cold. It's cold outside this morning. No doubt about that. It's about minus 15. It could be colder, of course. Fresh, crisp. Promises to be a beautiful, beautiful day. Well, at least until mid-afternoon-ish. The weatherman says it's going to cloud over. More snow tonight. I think last night we had about, maybe 2 inches of fresh snow. But up here in the Blue Mountain section of the Bruce Trail, Grey County, we've had lots of snow. But then again, so is pretty much everywhere else in Ontario. Lately, anyhow. Yeah. This last, I'd say 3 weeks, well, the first 3 weeks of February have been more like a traditional winter. Colder, more snow, just more winter. Up to that point, being pretty open. Quite mild, really. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Well, Jasper here. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're on a day hike. As I said, we're in the Blue Mountain section, Grey County, of the Bruce Trail, and we're heading south. We're heading from the third line parking area, trailhead, down to the bottom of the Pretty River Valley, where we're going to stop, have a little bit of lunch, turn around, and hike back again. Pretty much the way we came. Around 25 to 28 kilometers for the round today, which is just fine. It's going to warm up today quite a bit, apparently to a high of -2. But with that sunshine creeping higher and higher in the sky and the blue skies, I can see that happening today. So that's great. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day for a day hike in Ontario on the Bruce Trail. I ask you, is there anywhere else we'd rather be today? Apart from, say, the Caribbean, Mexico, Hawaii. Well, we're here. Okay. Yeah. Fresh. Whew. Feel just the inside of my nose kind of freeze a little bit as I breathe in through there. Nose is running a bit too, which it does. I suffer terribly at times from winter allergies. It's leaf mold apparently, and it strikes in the winter. Late fall, winter. Well, that's what the doctor says. What do I know? I'm just a hiking fool. That's pretty much it. Anyhow. Yeah. The trail today, reasonably packed. However, there's a definite softness to it, simply because due to the amount of snow that we've had lately, and it's just not getting packed down enough. So it's definitely a kind of sinking underfoot. It's a challenging day. By the end of our 26, 27, 28 kilometers, we're going to know we've done it. There's no doubt about that. But it is an excellent training day too. Okay, let's go. Let's get to it. Again, in the words of the great hiker Marmalade, this trail won't hike itself. lots and lots of deep snow through here. It shows you how much snow has been packed down, how much snow we've had. Generally speaking, these branches directly in front of me, right here that I'm pushing through, they should theoretically be just above my head. Because there's a good 4 feet here of packed. Oh, and there's snow just falling down the back of my vest. Oh, that's a wake-up call. Look at this. Crazy. Well, I'll get the snow off those branches first this time. Look at this. Absolutely crazy. Yup. Here we go. We're through there. Wow. Just shows you the volume of snow that really all fell over the last 3-week period of time. But several feet of snow fell in that time period. But right here in Georgian Bay, as I've mentioned before, we really are in the snow belt. Lake effect very much alive and well here. Nearest town for a location would be, of course, Collingwood. That would be the nearest kind of town, which is behind me. But yeah, lots of snow. And they just opened the ski hills a week ago. Well, less than a week ago. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and it was the day after. We just had about a foot, maybe a foot and a half of more kind of fresh snowfall. So absolutely perfect for the opening of the ski hills for all those skiers out there. A little bit of information for anyone that may be thinking of through hiking the Oak Ridges Trail this upcoming summer hiking season. I did send away for and received a kind of updated map, trail guide, and so on for the Oak Ridges Trail. They do have a new publication coming out, which I think should be around April-ish, give or take, I'm not sure. But they also have, or had, I don't know how many's left, if anyone's interested, 25 copies of the older trail guide and map, which they had, a gentleman by the name, I believe it was Brian, had himself updated these particular guides and maps to bring them kind of up to date as far as the trail and so on is concerned. Of course, any other kind of information that may be in there could be outdated. I believe it was 2014, but when that was originally went to press and printed. Anyhow, cut a long story short, the actual updated, kind of manually updated 2014 version was sold for $30 if you pick up and $40 if they mail it to you. I had mine mailed and I received it in maybe 5 days, I guess, after placing my order, and it looks great. So I just wanted to pass that out there. As you know, again, everything's up in the air right now, but one of the trails that I've kind of penciled in at this point, the first through hike of the 2021 season, again, that I've penciled in, would be the Oak Ridges Trail. From what I understand, I haven't studied the maps in depth yet, I've just looked at them. It's around, I'm guessing, 300 kilometers or so. Fine. Looks like it's a interesting hike. Looks like, for what you'd need on that particular distance, you have decent resupply. Again, I haven't really dug into it too much. A friend of mine, Tyler, who actually hiked the Bruce Trail last year, you might remember him. He was hiking the Bruce Trail to collect money for brain injury victims. Anyhow, he has done the Oak Ridges, so I've got to get together with him over a coffee and kind of pick his brain. But anyhow, I wanted to throw that out there. So the Oak Ridges Association do, as I say, have a new updated, I guess 2021 trail guide and map coming out. I believe it's April, but they also have an updated 2014 version, and that's selling for a little less. But anyhow, just wanted to throw that out there. And as far as the upcoming through hike season goes, for me anyhow, again, it's still up in the air, but just to touch on it, the Oak Ridges will probably be my first through hike of 2021, and then hopefully I get to go to Colorado pretty much right after that, about 2 weeks after I finish that, if I start the end of June, beginning of July, when the actual school season is over, because as you know, I drive a school bus, or if you didn't know that, you know now. So I want to stick at that until the school season's actually over, and then pretty much the next day jump right on the Oak Ridges and complete that particular trail. Again, what interests me about the Oak Ridges is one of our own trails here in Ontario, so I at some point want to complete them all. Of course, as you know, we've done the Bruce and the Ganaraska. We already have those done. So the Oak Ridges would be a nice kind of warm up to the through hiking season, and it would take one more of those Ontario trails kind of out of play. Okay, probably see the sun on my face. Man, it's nice through here. Lots and lots and lots of snow. Right now, this trail looks like it hasn't been walked on, hiked for a particular amount of time. I'm sinking in probably 8-9 inches of kind of soft, fresh snow. So at this particular point, it's a little harder going for sure. As you get to areas where there's lookouts and so on, more popular areas, then the trail is obviously harder packed due to more traffic. Okay, let us keep moving forward. A little hazy is the view today, but you've all been here with me before. We're at the top of the Owsle Bluff lookout. Wow. Way, way, way in the distance. Way in the distance. You can't see it, I know. Wasaga Beach, my home. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful location. Yeah, so at this particular point right here, we are about a quarter of the way into our day hike. We're gonna find a little spot. In fact, right over there, where is it? Let me see. Somewhere in there, there's a rock that's covered with snow. We're gonna see if we can clear a little bit of that snow off that rock and call that our chair. Looks like there's a dog being through here going directly there. But anyhow, or maybe deer actually. No, I don't know what that is. Snow's too deep to tell. And the snow is very deep. Wow, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I don't know. I just thought that might be a nice chair to sit on. But anyhow, looks pretty rocky through here, obviously. Whoa. Yeah, you know what? We might make a chair here. We might be able to. Let's see if we can make a chair out of this or not. Well, there's a rock in there. This snow is a lot of snow. Clear all that snow up there. Man, things I do just to get a chair. But you know, well, you know, is it a good chair? No. Is it a perfect chair? Well, no. But it's the chair we've got. Yes. That's going to be my chair. Maybe put these mittens down. Just as a little bit of insulation between my rear end and that cold, cold, cold snow. Okay. Let us, sorry about all this faffing around. Let us take up our pack. By the way, I ended up getting another pack just for day hiking, although it's a little big for day hiking. Could be used for overnight. Oh, I better undo the top strap. And it's this guy right here, and it's the clamshell opening. And it's a Mountain Gear Co-op, bought from Mech. I picked it up as a used pack. Okay. There we go. Break time. So what are we going to have today? Well, we've of course got our coffee pot, our flask of coffee. Let me see if I can stick you guys right here. There, how's that? I hope you can see me and hear me. Yeah. So we have, yes we do. We have our coffee and our bag of goodies. And I think I'm quite hungry, but I'm gonna have one of my cheesy crackers. And of course, oh, if I can open it. Oh, sucks to get old. Coffee. That is perfect. A cheesy cracker pack. Oh, may you wonder why one gray glove, one black glove. Well, that's what was in my pack this morning. Russ McConnell Side Trail, 930 meters combined with the main trail forms a 2.9 kilometer loop. Blue blazes. Looks like it's pretty well traveled. Looks like skiers, cross-country skiers have been using it. But that's not the direction we're going today. In fact, I've actually never been down that side trail. I should spend some more time exploring some of the side trails, especially the local ones, because there's so many of them. I've just never been down. The trail goes well. I enjoyed my coffee and break a while back. I'm starting to see one or two more people now on the trail as the morning progresses. And as I'd mentioned earlier, in the more traveled areas like where we are right this minute, the trail is indeed packed a little more, although it looks like there's been snowmobiles at some point down here, which could just chew things up a bit. But having said that, not too bad at all. Especially for the amount of snow we've had lately, it's not too bad at all. The sun rises higher in the sky, continues to shine. Absolutely perfect weather. My goodness. I'd say it's warmed up a couple of degrees. I don't know, maybe -7, maybe even -6 right now. Spring is coming as the sun kind of goes higher in the sky. You can feel a certain amount of heat in there. It's only a week away now from March, the spring month. Looks like we made it through, or almost made it through another winter. So that's good. Can't wait for the summer through hiking season this year. So much planned. Hope we can do. It'd be nice to be able to do all the trails I want to do, but we'll see what we can do. But I am looking forward to the through hiking season. I'm also following a couple of hikers that are actually on trail right now. I watch Daisy, or Smiles. Right now she's on the Florida Trail, and when she finishes that, she's almost straight away going right on the Continental Divide. When she completes the Continental Divide, that will give her a triple crown: the PCT, the Appalachian, and the CDT. And I'm watching another gentleman, well, a couple of guys that have been hiking the Appalachian Trail. Well, what do we have here? We have right here, I think this is a Dulux dog. How you doing, dude? How are you doing? Oh my goodness, he's got his snow pants on. Look at him. So yeah, I've been watching a couple of guys on the Appalachian Trail. On both the Florida Trail and the Appalachian Trail are really creating a great deal of interest for me. So I know we spoke about that before, the Appalachian, and the time it would take me to hike it, and if I could come up with that time, or the money primarily, but I might make it happen one way or another. We'll see. So the Florida Trail is a trail that's ideally marked through January, February, March. And the Appalachian Trail is ideally started, well, it can be, end of January start if you want to kind of miss the bubble. February. Once March comes, a lot more people start hiking that trail, heading northbound from Georgia. So you kind of get what you call the bubble of people, the mass exodus, if you will, of hikers moving north. If you want to stay ahead of that, I would suggest, thinking about, well, I don't know, mid-February, or now even, now, but it's still cold on a night there, chilly nights and rain. You have to be prepared for that, but they're trails that do interest me. Anyhow, we'll see what the future holds. Sun's beautiful. Take a look at this trail. we're getting close to our turnaround spot. We're about, maybe a little over 12 kilometers in now. And at the end of this particular forest section here, at the next concession, is where we're going to turn around. Behind me, there's a little spot that we'll be taking our lunch break at once we get back to it. It won't be too long from now. I'm ready for a little lunch today. Of course, I have my coffee. I have 500 ml of electrolyte water. I have a toasted PBJ, peanut butter and jelly, whole wheat bagel. I have some fruit. I think I have another cheesy cracker. I have a couple of bars. Man, but everything a hiker could need. Okay, it's beautiful through here. The river, which is actually to our right, the Pretty River, is normally running very quickly. But right now, we see nothing of it at all. In most parts. Frozen over, and then of course a layer of snow on top of that. Well, there's a little bit through there. A little bit through there. But it's quite a wide and rapid moving river most of the time. Oh, here we see more here. Let's take a look, because this is one of my favorite little places. Let's take a look. Again, not as much as we'd like to see, not as much as we would normally see, but temperatures have been cold and the snow has been heavy, hence not a lot of river. Okay, let's keep working our way to our turnaround point. The sun continues to shine. I've met other people on the trail today, but it being a Sunday, and some of our restrictions have been lifted, and it's a beautiful sunny day that's quite mild, really, compared to what we've had. I expected to see more people. So luckily, I have not, which is just fine. Okay. Beautiful little spot for my lunch break. Lunchtime. What are we in? Well, let me see. Get the snow off everything. Okay, almost 1,000 feet of elevation gain using my trusty Garmin Fenix 3 HR, and 13 kilometers. Pretty much what we expected. PB&J, toasted whole wheat bagel, coffee, and maybe an apple to finish with. And that will give us the fuel to push back. It's good. That will work. Yeah. Pretty steep climb. Not sure how that shows in the GoPro, but a steep climb. Through the trees. Beautiful view over the valley. My, absolutely perfect. Just look at the snow through here. My goodness, isn't this just stunning? Wow. Oh. Over the last 4 kilometers, we climbed 1,358 feet. So that's a pretty good climb, especially in this snow conditions over that particular distance. More people on the trail here. We'll stand aside. Come on through, folks.
There we go. We got David Attenborough here.
Hi there. Not exactly, but that's okay. You too. Oh, we have another person. Beautiful afternoon. People are out on the trail, and that's just perfect. Are you having fun?
Having fun, yes.
Good.
As I breathe heavy.
Okay. Oh, more people coming. Come on through, miss. How are you doing?
Good. How was your day?
Anyhow. Okay. I think from looking at the young lady in blue, we're about to go downhill. Okay. Yeah, people out on the trail as the day progresses. That's helping to pack it down some more. That's always good. So yeah, that last 4 kilometers, it's a great training section. No doubt about that. And a lot of people today on this particular hike, in this last section, I've met 2 other guys, both training with their packs. One is training for a through hike this coming season of the Bruce Trail. The other gentleman with an absolutely huge pack on his back. I'm just not sure how a person would manage a pack like that. But anyhow, that's besides the point. But he, very interestingly, is training for the Grand Canyon. Now, I did ask him if he was actually doing then the Arizona Trail. He said no, just the Grand Canyon. But he's also training for Machu Picchu of Peru. So that's quite ambitious right there. In fact, that's extremely ambitious. I'm just not sure about the pack. It was kind of one of those packs that's got pretty much everything you can think of hanging off the back of it. Extremely uncomfortable to pack like that. Heavy probably. And really hard to keep balanced, well balanced. And because of that, your core, your body core is constantly adjusting to keep you balanced, which is burning a phenomenal amount of energy. And you're already burning a lot of energy hiking with a full pack. You don't want to add to it. Now, I understand some of the trails, not necessarily the Grand Canyon. That is a challenge, there's no doubt about it, but it's relatively short. It's 26 miles. Machu Picchu, totally different ball game that I know very little about. It isn't a particular trail that has a pricked my attention, if you like. So maybe there's so much gear required on a hike like that that the only thing you can do is hang it from the pack, but I would definitely not recommend doing that. I should have taken a picture because it almost looks like one of those pictures in a comic book where the hiker has like everything you can possibly think of attached to their pack. Anyhow, I suppose that sounds like I'm making fun, and I'm certainly not doing that. I just thought to myself at the time, yeah, I do want to make that quite clear, by the way. I am most definitely not making fun of that gentleman's pack by any means. You can't help when you're a hiker and you see gear, equipment, other hikers, and so on. You can't help, it just comes into your mind what they're doing that we can learn from, that I learn from, and I learn all the time. Believe me, and I'm grateful for that. But in this particular case, that pack needs to be trimmed up, tightened up, just essentially brought to attention. Very sloppy, just not good. Anyhow, but yes, I wanted to clarify that I'm certainly not making fun of that man or anybody else's pack. The hike goes well, guys. Goes very well. We are at 2,554 feet of elevation gain throughout and just under 25 kilometers so far. We're almost back at the car. I'd say a kilometer to go, maybe. Thank you for joining me today. I've had a great time. I hope you enjoy watching the video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We do need subscribers to help the channel grow, and that will allow us to bring more videos to you. Oh dear, I didn't duck far enough. Legs are getting tired. This snow, the deep snow, it takes its toll, that's for sure. My pack weight today is only around 15 pounds for a day pack. Some gear and so on, batteries and this type of thing. Of course, my foods and drinks. But yeah, I'm feeling the kilometers today. And again, That's just due to the snow. As I've mentioned before, it's like walking on kind of soft sand. It really does challenge you. It's just beautiful through here. Just peek. Just peek through here. Just beautiful. So yeah, section of trail certainly has its challenges, that's for sure. I find all of Blue Mountain does, and most of the Blue Mountain section has its challenges. Its ups and downs, its rocks, definitely its climbs, that's for sure. But it really is an interesting section. So much to see, and especially from some of the lookouts, like up at Owsley Bluff where we were earlier today, twice, both going and coming back. Just lovely up there. Okay, enough babbling. Again, thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe now, and we'll talk to you next time. Yeah, thank you.